Today I had to install a radio, a mobile radio, into a small truck, and I'll show you how I've done it. You don't have to watch this video. I'll tell you from the beginning that it's more of a unique type of job. There are not too many around. Not like Ford pickup trucks or whatever trucks you might have to install or you see it on the market. No, it's kind of a specialized job, but this is just for your entertainment. This is the one of the rear electrical panels here. For that I had to install a 24 volts inverter. There is a 24 to 12 volts inverter here. I installed it on the side wall, which makes it very easy to walk around, and also they could install some extra accessories on 12 volts. They have one on board, but for the safety reasons I did not want to touch the 12 volts power provided by that one. Even it's only for the modem, for some USB and 12 volts cigarette lighter or sockets, but I thought, you know, this is a small truck. They said it costs about $2.5 million machine, so of course if I do some stupid stuff it's not going to wreck the whole $2.25 million, but still it costs money to call some specialized electricians from Toronto, I guess, or something like that, fly them here if the mechanic doesn't want to touch what I destroy here. So that's the whole idea. I need to be careful with the whole job, how I do it, because, you know, it causes mistakes. I made an error with a very similar but smaller truck. I'll show you what's about. Actually, I'll show you. This is something. Anyway, so it's one of those big cranes that install cranes. So with this crane they installed construction cranes. Yeah, it's telescopic stuff. Let me see if I can go to show you some stuff. No, maybe not. It's okay, you don't need to know. Again, I decided to install this converter here. Some holes matched perfectly this device, and I thought, wow, that's kind of weird luck. And I had to drill only one hole on the wall, but of course you need to decide what wall you use, see if it's hollow behind, so you don't just poke holes that might stick out screws and stuff. So you need to use some brain power. And then I built these harnesses, one to feed the inverter with 24-25 volts. I was tempted to tap into this fuse with a fuse adapter. I was very tempted, but I decided to go by the mechanics. The heavy-duty mechanic suggested to use this socket, which is a 24 volts socket. So I went behind it. I did a solid, nice job. So he provided me with some of the drawing showing the fuse. So I had to make sure I identify the correct fuse that is powering this thing. So you ohmmeter, like do a continuity check, make sure you use the correct circuit. You don't just tap around in the 24 volts that you don't know that circuit for. All these panels have some screws that, I mean, you can remove these bolts and they flip, so you can work behind on the wiring harness. So I made this long harness that goes here and goes through there and gets into the back of the radio. Now I'll show you the radio, how I've done it. It looks very simple job, and it's not very complicated, but the trouble is I had to be on the ladder for the whole time. and it's tiring because you need to keep your balance. So now let me put my harness on. So I have a body harness on me, like a full resting. Okay, I clip it on. I don't go there at heights without being attached with a lanyard attached to my back, in case you don't know what means full arrest. So full arrest is, so I have this lanyard following me all the time in case I lose my balance. I don't get really hurt. So this is the place I installed this little radio, and I'm still working on the coaxial cable. Why? Because I need to do a range test with this guy. So I installed an antenna that will stick on the window. My manager suggested to use this type. By the way, this crane is made by Liebherr. Anyway, I don't have an idea how to spell this thing. And yeah, so radio is being installed with ICOM kit nuts and bolts. This is a used radio. I tested in a shop. I put out only 5 watts. I mean about 4. So it's not causing any stupid radiation to the driver, and they need a short range, like less than 300 meters range. And I have to hide this thing. So before I drill the holes here, I had to remove these screws to inspect what's behind. So you need to align the bracket, make sure your screws or nuts and bolts and stuff are not hitting a wiring harness. It's a big fat wiring harness behind. So I came out here with my power cable behind the radio. I drilled a, where is my finger? Yeah, drilled a hole, nice hole. I use insulating loom, split loom or corrugated material, and so everything is solid here. Install the microphone, easy to access next to his face. He could use this thing. We might provide a foot pedal, like a foot switch that is transmitting. Some of the drivers, operators have a foot pedal here in the cabin, and they use that. But for now, this is just a basic stuff. I avoided to install the radio on top of any label, so this is also tempting to install it here. But there are warning labels, so you need to keep those clear, because it can get into legal trouble if the operator is causing an injury. Then the safety agency inspectors show up and they track down where the fault came, like what was the reason, what was the cause, and the driver could say, yeah, sorry, I did not see, I did not have information available or whatever. So all these warning labels in vehicles must be left visible. So never install radio covering like a danger warnings, stuff like that. Don't do that. Okay, so it looks very simple and it's not very complicated, but first time one, it might be a bit of a time consuming to find pathways, right? So this is a big machine these people are building Canada. I'm telling you, it's amazing. They are the unseen workers, but they assist building, construction stuff, working behind the scenes. One of the construction company have tried to avoid using one of these cranes. That was like 2-3 months ago, and they tried to do things by themselves, and the crane collapsed and killed someone or something. Like, it was a stupid stuff. They're trying to avoid the hiring this contractor, this type of crane. So anyways, this is a side topic. Talk to you later. If you think that this information was useful to you. Since this channel is not making me any money, it was 0 cents since I started to upload videos. If you find it useful, that means I gave you something, and please consider give me something back, a like or a subscribe or something that might help other people to learn from my knowledge. I'm an older person, and I have a bunch of life experience, including stupid stuff. And yeah, so if you like and subscribe, it might help other people. And also karma works that way. So expressing the truth, you help me, then you may go home and your partner might be nicer to you, or he might express the truth saying, oh honey, you know, I was cheating on you for so long, I'm really, really sorry. Yes, so you never know. When you do a uh, good thing will come back to you. Thank you. Bye bye. I hope you know my sarcasm.